When your paycheck comes in, do you find it hard to be able to save anything each month? Or maybe you can save a little, but you're wondering how can you increase it to really grow your wealth? Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to cover my payday routine that's helped me grow my wealth from negative £20,000 when I had university debt all the way to over £1 million in net worth, and how you can use the same routine to help you grow your savings and investments to become richer. If you're new to this channel, I'm Matt, I'm a finance consultant. I've spent over 8 years working for one of the top consulting companies in London. I now run my own company, and on this channel I talk all things personal finance. The first step is to understand your financial baseline and review your spending. Start by calculating how much you spend on housing, food and transportation, and any other costs that make up your essential living expenses. This is what we call your needs. These are things such as fixed costs like rent or mortgage, utility bills such as gas, electricity, water, internet, phone bills, insurance, your day-to-day food. Not expensive meals out, these should be things that you absolutely need to survive. The next part of this calculation is to take that sum and divide it by your total net income to get to a percentage. Don't do mental accounting, do this properly, do it in a notepad or a spreadsheet. Otherwise, you're making decisions based on what you think you have rather than what you actually have. Up to 60% of your income should be covering your needs. Some financial guidance is that this shouldn't exceed 50% of your income, but I think this guidance is somewhat out of date with today's economic climate and the recent inflation and increases in costs of living. If your costs are taking up more than 60% of your income, then you should look at what you're spending on and what trade-offs you can make to reduce your fixed costs. For example, do you really need the latest iPhone which will increase your monthly bill, or can you carry on as you are? And look at switching between utility, internet and insurance providers every now and again. You can use comparison websites to help you find the best deals to reduce your costs. The second step is to build a financial emergency fund. Based on your calculation of 1 month of living expenses, save this amount in a high interest savings account. To do this, look at your monthly income versus spend and then work out how much you need to save each month to build up to a savings pot equal to 1 month of your living costs. You might have heard this advice before and think you prefer to just invest the money. But say if you were sick and not able to work, or your car broke down, or your boiler broke. These could be large expenses, and having some money saved up which you don't touch unless you're in a financial emergency can be really important. 1 in 5 Americans have no emergency fund at all. If you haven't managed to do this yet, then start with 1 month buffer and then gradually increase your savings to cover 3 to 6 months of your living costs in case you have an extended period where you can't work. It will make you feel more secure and give you more confidence with the next steps. The third step is paying off any high interest debt that you have. High interest debt usually costs more than savings can earn, so it's best to pay it off as soon as you can. Start by listing any debts that you have with an interest rate of greater than 7%. If you have a mortgage, it's not typically part of this. Instead, it's things like credit card debt, car loans, personal loans, or student loans. Always start by paying back the highest interest first. So for example, if you've got a credit card with interest at 22% and a car loan with interest at 15%, then any overpayments you make on top of the regular loan payments should be on the credit card first in this example. Some of these steps you might already have in place, which is great if that's the case, because that means you're ahead of a lot of people. If you already have an emergency fund built up and you've paid off any high interest debt that you have, you can move on to the next steps, which is all about investing and growing your wealth. The fourth step is about maximizing your pension contributions. In the US, you have 401k match, and in the UK, there are similar pension benefits from employers where they match what money you put into your pension. So for every $1 or £1 that you pay into your pension, your employer will match this and pay another $1 or £1 on top. This is typically up to a certain percentage threshold of your salary. So for example, if your employer had a 5% match scheme and you were earning a gross pre-tax salary of £4,000 per month, that would mean that you could pay £200 per month into your pension and your employer would add an additional £200. Taking it to £400 in total per month being added into your pension. It basically doubles your investment, which not many investments can do, and it also has great tax advantages as it reduces your taxable income in the year. If you take the example of earning a £4,000 per month gross pre-tax salary and you were to pay £200 per month into your pension, that would reduce your taxable income to £3,800 per month. And if you're self-employed, you can also set up self-invested pension schemes. Now, how much to pay into your pension depends on a number of variables. For example, what are the tax rules in your country? What lifestyle do you want to have in retirement? And how many working years do you have left? But as some guidance based on the current UK income tax thresholds, if you're earning between £12,571 and £50,270 per year, putting anything between 5 and 10% of your income into your pension each year is a good target. And if you're earning above £50,270 per year, put as much as you can into your pension each year within your means, as this is where the tax benefits really come into play when you're in the higher income tax brackets. The fifth step is to maximize your investments. If you haven't already reached this step, start by opening a tax-free investment account such as a Roth IRA if you're in the US, or a stocks and shares ISA if you're in the UK. There are a variety of different investments that you can make, from buying individual company shares to index funds to real estate funds, and there's no right or wrong. The main thing is that you should always have a base level understanding of any investments that you make. If you're working out how much you should be putting into your investments, the typical rule that I use is 20% of my income is put towards pension, investments and savings. I understand being able to save this amount of money each month is not always easy to do, particularly with the increased cost of living, and this might be a target that you build towards as your salary goes up over time. The earlier you can invest, the better, because the rule of compounding is so powerful with time. For example, if you were able to invest £500 per month from the age of 30, you would have over £1 million of investments by 65, based on the average annual rate of return of 8% that we've seen on the S&P 500. Investing in yourself is also a key part of this step, spending money on learning and building your skills so you're more valuable on the job market, and to increase your earning power is something really important to factor into your investments allocation of money, as being able to increase your income can help you to save more money each month too. And then the final part is your wants, and 20% of your income goes on this. Wants could be restaurants, expensive takeaways, activities with family, golf, spa, weekends away, whatever it is on top of your monthly fixed living expenses. This is the best part. Go and enjoy and treat yourself with your family and friends. You've earned it as you've taken care of your finances. This should be the last place your money should go. Focus first on your needs, then your savings and investments, and finally your wants. You'll find you have a lot less money anxiety, and you can enjoy going out rather than worrying about what you're spending on because you haven't taken care of the other financial steps first. So in summary, if I earn a net salary after tax of £2,500 per month, 60% or £1,500 would go to my need-related costs each month. And if I had already built up an emergency fund and I'd already paid off my high interest debt, then I would pay 20% or £500 per month into my pension and investments, and then I'd have 20%, so £500 per month left over for my wants. You can adjust this calculation based on your own personal income. This payday routine stopped me overspending, built my savings, enabled me to grow my investments, and ultimately has radically increased my net worth. I hope this video can help you too. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments and give the video a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.